So we have to feel it to heal it. Now, there's a really great addiction specialist. His name is Gabor Mate. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he has got a brilliant quote, and it goes like this: trauma is not what happens to you, trauma is what happens inside of you as a result of what happens to you. So basically, the experiences we have are not our traumas. It's how we processed those experiences inside of us. That's the trauma, and that's what we need to start healing. And that we have to feel. We have to feel it, and it's gonna hurt. I'm sorry to say that. And I know a lot of people talk about leaning into the pain and the hurt, and it's like, well, what does leaning in mean? And it means allowing the feeling to flow through you and accept it. So there's going to be a lot of anger and resentment, regret, shame, and guilt around, your journey, but allowing that feeling to come in and flow through you and accept it as it is and moving on. That is a really great way to heal that. The feelings is just to let yourself feel them, and each time that you walk through the feelings without choosing to drink, there's strength in that. There's real strength right there. And I just know you can do it. I know you've got it in you. There is a lot of anger that came out of me, a lot of repressed anger. There was a lot of grief I had to process in order to heal these traumas within me. I mean, I have 4 kids and I was drinking a lot when they were younger. The anger that came out of me was I was picking up hammers and throwing them into the ground, and I was picking up weights and throwing them into the ground. I was screaming into pillows. I was stomping around, and I was really trying to get it out without affecting people around me. So when I started to feel angry, I'd remove myself from everyone and go and let it out. And I think that's really important, because if we're just projecting it onto someone else, we're actually not healing our anger. We're just not helping ourselves there. Children are just the best at calling you out on your bullshit, right? And you know it because they don't do as you ask. They do as they see you do, right? So it's just, like my eldest, he's 17 now, and I have absolute enormous gratitude for the fact that I don't drink now, because he is walking into that really tricky time of turning into an adult and leaving the nest. And I know for myself it was a very weird, strange time, and I am so pleased to be able to be present there and not drinking my head off. And I'm just present and aware and able to help him if he needs it. So this is all tied up with generational trauma, and it comes down through the line and things like that. I know it's on both sides of my family, drinking, and I'm very aware of that. And I'm also very aware that my children are fucked up a little from my behaviour, and I have to accept that. And one way I accept that and continue to heal that is I know when they're going to turn into adults, or when they turn into adults and they come to me and they're like, you did this and you did that, I'll be like, yeah, I did. I've been trying to tell you that for years, because I am so open about my journey of drinking and how bad it has been for me and how it's in the family and how I really want, more for my kids, and I share that with them. So they are very aware of it, and I mean, it's going to be up to them, isn't it, how they choose to live their life, and I can only help them on their way with my understanding. We need to sit with our shame, and this one can really hurt because we're embarrassed and ashamed of the way we've behaved. But I can tell you, if you sit with it and if you move through it and beyond it, it turns into forgiveness for self. And that's really beautiful and lovely. And I really want that for you too. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I respect and honor my story now, and I share it with people. I should always share it with my kids. Even now, 2 years on, I'm like, I really wanted to have a drink. Like, I'll tell them, I really want to have a drink, but I'm not going to, or I don't. And I'm like so proud of myself. And, I'm really trying to instill in them that self-respect and self-love, and talk about what it was like with the hangovers. Um, yeah, so you have to sit with your trauma, which is how you process your experiences and how you've done it in the past. You need to sit with those feelings so that you can heal it. And I really do encourage that for you too, because it feels good on the other side.